Hey everyone, this is Jonathan, President of JM Addington Technology Solutions, and I want to show you today how we've gone completely paperless with customer agreements and billing. This is not going to be a deep dive. This is going to be a quick overview on how we are both saving time in a paperless world and being able to turn around receivables a little bit more quickly. So what you see in front of you is my DocuSign. Probably everyone's been on the other side of this before. This is where you get a message that says, so-and-so has asked you to review and sign some documents. So I'm actually going to take you through our workflow for bringing on a new customer on the agreement side. So from this main screen, I'm going to hit Start Now. Now, I've actually set up templates before, so I'm going to hit Use a Template for forms that we use over and over. The first is our Master Services Agreement, which is a basic contract with lots of legal language that the lawyers made me put in. And then we've got a credit card or ACH billing authorization form. And typically we need people to sign both of those. So I'm going to hit Add Selected there. I would also have the option to add another document. So pretty commonly we would add a statement of work that describes what's going to happen. Again, this isn't a deep dive. So I'm going to hit Next here, and then it's going to ask me for information. So first I would put in our client's information. I'm going to go ahead and say his name is Jim. And use an alternative email address I've got for myself. And then, of course, I'm going to need to sign the agreement when it's done because it's between us and this new client. I'm going to go ahead and hit Next, and this is where I can review the agreement. Everything that's colored here is where there's options for people to fill stuff out. You can see the yellow is the stuff that Jim needs to fill out, and then the blue and the purple are things that I would need to. The only thing that I know that I would want to have filled out here is on the credit card authorization form. My bank makes me put in how much someone is letting us authorize them to charge. So I might say, up to $2,000 for recurring charges and $5,000 for one-time charges, and hit Next. At this point, I can enter in an email message. I would normally say something, friendly. I've obviously already discussed this with Jim. He knows it's coming. We probably just got off the phone, and I let him know to be looking out for it. Also, it is physically impossible to type when someone's watching or you're being recorded. So I'm going to go ahead and send that. So this is what the email looks like for Jim. It just says, hey, can't wait to begin working with you. I'm going to go ahead and click on the link. So then this is what Jim would see after he's clicked on the link. Again, this is something that would be pretty straightforward. And it's something that I'm sure that you've done before. Jim can read through all of this one by one if he wants, or he is, of course, welcome to just fill out the information. On the next page is where he would fill out his billing information, which, while I'm just obviously putting in real quickly here, we would need to keep this on file to be allowed legally to charge his credit card, or at least contractually. I'm going to let him sign it. Oh, and he's got to sign that top page and then hit Finish. And after he's finished signing, I will get an email and run through the same thing, except I'm only going to have to sign 2 pages. And so this has really sped up our process in terms of getting paperwork turned around and signed, especially with it templated. It only takes me It only takes me about 2 minutes to fill out the paperwork and get it sent over. Usually only takes our customers a couple of minutes to get it signed and sent back. So after receiving Jim's completed paperwork and billing information from DocuSign, we'd load it into our files and our CRM and QuickBooks, which is where our invoices come out of. So you can see here we've just got a simple $5 charge, $5.45 with tax for Jim. We use an online billing portal called ConnectBooster for our online customer portal. I'm logged in here as Jim already. You can see that we've already got Jim's Amex set up for him. Jim can see his open invoices. He can see previous invoices here, payment history. He can even self-manage his payment method, so if he wants to add another credit card or ACH account, he can do that. Like I said, we're focusing on keeping this simple here, so I'm going to open up this invoice that we just saw in QuickBooks and hit Pay. And with that American Express on file, we'll go ahead and get that paid. ConnectBooster lets you do really a lot of cool things with billing. You can set up automatic payment rules. So, for example, with most of our customers, we'd have a scheduled billing date, maybe the 10th of the month. So we might invoice them on June 1st, and then that bill would be paid automatically from their Amex or ACH or whatever was set up on the 10th. You can really set those contracts up a number of different ways. And then that payment will also sync back to QuickBooks automatically, so and get applied to that invoice. So if we were to switch back to QuickBooks in a few minutes, you would see that invoice as paid there and the payment as pending deposit. So that's just a couple of ways that we've both managed to gain some efficiencies in our business. Our customers all seem to love being able to get onto the billing portal and make payments on their own. It's definitely helped drive down our receivables, and in the COVID era, obviously it's helpful to not be running contracts back and forth between businesses to get them signed. So if this is something that you would be interested in implementing in your business, you don't have to be an IT company. You don't even necessarily have to be running QuickBooks for this. ConnectBooster integrates with a few different products. We'd be glad to talk to you about how to get that set up. It's something we've been using for quite a few years inside JM Addington. And also DocuSign is pretty easy to get going and can save you a lot of time. All right, well, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Go forth and do good work.